Hello, everyone. Welcome to this 2024 Link to the Past Randomizer casual boots tournament race between Caladryus and Death Tax's N64. I'm Rob J. Beasley. I'm joined on commentary today by Rocky. How's it going?
Good, Rob. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to this race. This is one of the smaller groups in the casual boots tournament. Most of the groups have 4 competitors. This one only has 3 to make the numbers work. It just so happens that the third competitor in this group is myself, so I get to commentate on my group mates here.
Yes, I saw that both of these runners have taken one loss to you so far, and this is their first match that they have played against each other. They'll play each other 3 times. So.
Yeah, that's correct. Obviously, I've got a couple of wins so far. I don't want to take anything for granted on future results, but it's possible that the races between these two could be quite important for who ends up making brackets.
We had our fake boots there in first check and escape. Big green 20. So.
There's our small key. That one's got to show up somewhere. The thing to actually watch out for in escape is the map. If that doesn't show up, then you can skip the sanctuary chest.
It's always interesting to see runners who are, paying attention and remember that, and ones who are just so used to checking every chest as they go out of escape, because how rare that they find the map there that they do it anyway.
Okay, Caladryus needs to be a touch careful here. Take a couple of hits. Probably going to just use pot now. Yeah, there is that all-important map in Zelda Cell there, so I've got to open all the rest of the chests now.
At this point, both runners I'm sure are just looking for bombs to make that trek into Kakariko easier, so we don't have to worry about them for a back of escape.
Yeah, bombs would be really nice. Rupees are nearly fine for, at least for the bottle merchant in Kakariko, with the rupees you get in the village. We'd also like to find things like a flute and a bottle, just as extra checks or activations we can do while we're there the first time.
Alright, let's see what we get in back of escape.
Alright, one pretty good one there.
One of our 2 single rupee checks.
Yes, that bow is a pretty significant early item to find. Obviously, like by itself, it allows speeding Eastern Palace. Not in logic, but
And our first screen 300.
Looks like we've got all crystals in the light world here, including both reds. Nice early moon pearl as well. Obviously, none of the other items required for the dark world yet, but
No, that does allow us to do waterfall checks and things like that, and having that right away. So
yeah, that's true. Oh, nice little bombs on tree pull there. Just looks like nothing. Both of them trying to peek at the lumberjack item and not quite managing to avoid the stairs. But yeah, looks like nothing important there.
just next is going and grabbing that heart piece, that first heart piece that we see.
Looks like we're going to see an extra bomb picked up here as well by death taxes. Looks like caladryus doing the same. Or maybe not, just taking this route down. But yeah, that rock always has a bomb under it. So if you're ever short going into Kakariko, in any mode with boots, you can at least get yourself one pretty easily. And you can respawn it as well by going in and out of the house there. It's just kind of slow.
Yeah, something that I learned watching Boots Tournament last year.
Ooh, okay, nice well.
Very nice well. Pulling both hammer and hook shot, that's going to open up quite a bit.
Alright, and a glove. Here's all the action. That's 9-minute dark world access if they want it. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a few more light world overworld checks though before. It's a little bit intimidating to just jump straight into like five heart green male thieves town.
Yeah, I expect both these runners will at least check South Shore before maybe tipping over to the Dark World, at least maybe to check what the pendant dungeon situation looks like so that they know what items are absolutely going to be required.
Also, tons of mountain available now as well, albeit out of logic because of no lamp or flute to get up the mountain. But you know, we can currently climb and use the hookshot to go to the east side, and the hammer to get to Hera if you want to. And we just saw a flute on race game, so it's all in logic after all. Everything I just said can now be done as soon as you like.
Basically, the only thing out of logic now is rescuing the old man, but we'll do that anyway. So.
This has potential to be a pretty quick seed. We already have like guaranteed 4 beatable dungeons. If you really want to do a bunch of stuff in the dark, we can beat Eastern, Hera, Thieves Town, and Pod right now.
Runners heading back up to Kakariko to activate that flute. Nope. Caladryus choosing not to activate the flute right away.
I'm going to want to make sure you remember that one quite soon, but the dig spot is also kind of nearby here. Yeah, looks like the backtrack is happening now.
Death Ducks is starting that mountain checks.
Yeah, I think I like this play quite a lot. Just a lot of good checks over here, including a beatable dungeon that we know is a crystal. Obviously, like a little bit of danger without a fire source that you could leave an item behind in Hera Basement, but like that's not the end of the world.
Somebody asking in chat if the 3-people groups do the same number of races as the 4-player groups. Yes, instead of, they will face each other 3 times instead of twice to make up the same number of races.
Yeah, same number in total, but 1 extra race per pairing. It's like Caladryus is leaving the mountain for now and doing some South Shore checks and finds a Master Sword, which is not a bad one. And a mirror.
That mirror is going to make Death Mountain routing a little bit easier for Caladryus, depending on which route he wants to take.
Yeah, I didn't actually notice on Death and Tax's side what was on Spectacle Rock. Obviously, that's now accessible to Caladryus with the mirror.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Awesome, main chat. Yeah, and our tracker lady, Laura Linda, says the boomerang.
Okay, well, we already have another boomerang, so it's not that important. Cane of Samaria and a book. And a bottle. Alright, not a bad paradox here either.
Alright, looks like we are going to get our first peek into the Dark World on Caladryus' side.
Yeah, okay, a little bit of a hype cave rush here. This is just also a fine play. Again, just like 5 very dense items. We'll see where Caladryus feels like going after that.
So besides enough money to cover everything that we're going to need for the race, pretty pointless hype cave there.
Alright, Looks like nothing good on the tablet there. Caladryus actually going to lose a little bit of time to having the Master Sword when they check that.
The big key and compass so far on the Tower Para on the tax side.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to hit the switch here, so I have the easy way of doing this. There's an item, and there's an item. Ideal. Looks like Caladryus is going for a... I was going to say potentially a pod dip, but the mirror is out here as well, so it's going to be Sahar's Ruler first before anything else.
Green Pendant Mire, okay. So hopefully we'll never have to see that.
It's like Swamp and Ice being the other two pendants, so potentially no flippers this seed.
Death next picking up his first crystal. I think he's headed back to Spiral Cave. And clatters into Easter Palace.
Nothing good on the mushroom tone there. Looks like Caladryus is taking the north route here. Could have just come down and hookshot it across this chest anyway. Finds an item. I didn't actually spot what was in the first chest in Easton.
I think it was a heart piece.
Yeah, I think it must have been an item because he just paused there and I didn't see any dungeon items on the menu screen. So.
He's hoping for the big key in this next chest. You don't have to worry about plays something in the big chest and you can avoid the back. We'll see what happens here. We do get the big key.
Could be the God Easton. Not to be. I don't hate the 50-50 gamble of just killing the boss here when you have so many other checks available, but I also can't really fault someone for playing it a little bit safer here. When you go for the 50-50, you always lose, so, you know, where is that?
Dax is cleaning up the South Shore check that we've already seen on Cladryus' side.
Some pretty nice dark rooms there in Eastern Palace from Caladryus. This is one of the nice things about commentating on a race of people in my own group. I get to like learn a little bit about their play here, see what their comfort levels are with dark rooms like this. Okay, Caladryus getting a bit beaten up there, going for that damage boost. And there we go, it was the item. So if I'd been playing the seed and had gambled, I would have again left an item behind.
But luckily for you, it would have been a not important item, so...
I would just have been terrified of it for the whole seed. Ooh, okay, looks like Caladryus has aggroed this Igor a little earlier than he would have liked. It's a little bit dangerous now. I think you run the risk of aggroing the second one here. Yeah. Unfortunate.
It's a hard dark room. Once things don't go exactly as planned, once they get off kind of off script there, it's kind of hard to make it back up, so...
Yeah, I think it's one of those where, like, if it goes a bit wrong, you kind of just need to, like, swallow your pride and find your way back to the door, maybe even grab another fairy and try and reset, do it again. I'm actually not sure if the fairies in that fairy room respawn or not.
We didn't see anything in the waterfall checks, or it was just a heart piece, I believe. There was a heart piece on the ledge there, so those checks are at least out of the way for the taxes, but nothing came up there.
Looks like Caladryus is going back into these for another attempt at this dark room here. He's already found all the items in Eastern, so I'm not really sure if I like pursuing this here, although it looks like this second try has gone way better. Yeah, what I was going to say is because you've already found all the items in the Eastern, if the plan is to go into Pod next, which it probably is, you could just go into Pod and hope to find the lamp in there, and then mirror back for the Eastern boss afterwards.
Dax is getting his first look at that Dark World map as he enters in the Northeast Town portal.
As Caladryus collects that Eastern crystal to level the crystal count at 1 each. Looks like Death and Tax has got a small key from the middle chest in Skullwoods, and then arrows in the first chest in the front there, so that's one item found. Just one more in here.
Alright, so the third item is going to be in the back today. Unattainable right now, if you don't have fire on. Yeah, Alex, I am not sure where that third sword came from. Do you see, Rob?
I remember them collecting it like not long ago. I've kind of forgotten. Okay, Agina's Cave apparently.
Right. Big thank you to Lady Laura Linda, who is our wonderful tracker tonight. Just 20 there on Graveguard Ledge. You within King's Tomb. Just some bombs.
Right, Caladryus going to show us some more dark rooms here. Okay. So we have some fire locked mitts.
Yeah, that's where it puts up. Makes the point that all the pendants in are fire locked.
The Ice and Mire ones are. The Swamp Palace pendant is not, but
Yeah,
at the moment no flippers, so haven't really got to concern ourselves with that one right now anyway. I think Caladryus has gotten slightly lost here in the start room, unfortunately. I think he's killed all the Kodongos now, though, so if he can just find his bearings, he'll be able to navigate safely.
I have to pick up the fire rod there.
Ah, okay. Is that in the dark room?
The dark room.
So that's really interesting because now that means that it and the mitts are now lamp locked specifically. Looks like we're going to go back in for another attempt here. Okay.
Yeah, that attacks us in Thieves Town.
Yeah, don't forget to give these runners a follow. Thanks to Jestro here for putting those links in chat. Okay, so Caladryus is back into the dark room here. I'm assuming that this means that Caladryus doesn't know or hasn't practiced the hammer jump. I think that would be a preferable way to get to the big chest at this point.
I made it through that time.
Right, let's see if Caladryus wants to try to brave the route to Helmasaur in the dark. Looks like he's going for it. Definitely some of the tougher dark rooms, although Fire Rod does make it a little bit more palatable if you know like a good setup to light the torch in the Turtle Party room. Looks like Thieves Town small key is locked itself inside the big chest this time. Death Tax is not quite sticking to the blind script, but should have a fine time just finishing this fight off. Has plenty of health and some good use of Samaria, so it shouldn't have been a concern. And yeah, it's like Death Tax has taken a 2 crystal to 1 lead.
And taking game on, but doesn't tax aside.
It's like, okay, Caladryus has found the torch, that's good news. Still has to get through this room and Helmasaur without taking any more damage. Okay, there we go. That's unfortunate. Oh, there's the flippers on Dig Game. Kind of hoping those weren't going to turn up.
Yeah, so Swamp Palace, even though it is a pendant, is fully in logic.
Right, there's our first medallion showing up. Caladryus just going for the hammer a little bit too soon coming into the room here. It's much easier. Okay, there we go, if you light the torch. Ooh, flipped all 6 turtles at once, and I've never seen that before. It's still a kind of low health situation here to try to get through to kill Helma. Only going to be able to take 1 hit in this fight.
definitely that can be a tough fight here. Dex is getting his money out of Pet Cave.
Okay, there we go. Alright, it was a nervous fight, but got there. 2 crystals each, and they've both beaten 2 different crystals, interestingly. Alright, it was kind of hard fought, but caladryus has now dealt with the entire eastern area. Both dungeons beaten over there. Only reason to ever go back there now, I believe, is if you have to turn in the green pendant, which would be unfortunate. Actually, can that even happen this seed? I guess Ice Rod could be on it. Because it can't be Lamp, because it's a lot behind Maya.
Yeah, Ice Rod's the only thing that it could possibly be that we would need at this point. You know, unless it's one of the medallions.
Oh yeah, I guess Turtle Rock Medallion as well. Yeah, that is true. I guess we could find out what the TR Medallion is quite soon, because obviously caladryus is taking his first trip up the mountain here, already having the mitts, so we might see some Dark World looks. Looks like Death and Taxes is coming over to Eastern area as well now, so obviously we now know that the lamp isn't over in this part of the world, so if he wants to beat both these dungeons, he'll have to do it in the dark as well. Oh, unfortunately, Death and Taxes is taking a hit with Kiki there. Have to recollect the monkey.
Kiki demanding more money since she is afraid of violence.
It's like no Herapot from caladryus, just a conventional climb. Interesting to see how he does the big chest. Whether he knows a bomb jump setup, or whether he'll just drop down from the floor above. Good old vanilla gaming. Oh, I guess you can just hook across here as well, actually. Which makes far more sense than either of the things I suggested.
Yeah, I think Herapod is a little bit faster, but if you're not super comfortable with the setup, then the loadout that they had still makes this a really quick dungeon.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know exactly how much Randomizer caladryus has played before. I'm pretty sure he's the fourth quartile qualifier for this group, so it could be a newer player, just not familiar with the tricks yet. Ooh, nice bounce. It's a little unfortunate that I think he got a poke there, which might mean we get an enrage phase that we don't really want here. Okay, fine. Didn't fall. It's all that really matters.
Alright, and that is crystal number 3 for Caladryus. Takes back the crystal lead for right now.
Yeah, for the first time, the two of them have beaten a crystal in common. Fire Rod also enables another couple of beatable crystals now as well. Desert and Skullwoods can be completed.
Yeah, the only crystal that Caladryus won't be able to beat is PR right now.
To answer the chat question, yeah, sword upgrades do work against Moldorm. Some of the light world bosses have kind of interesting damage tables for swords, because like in the vanilla game you can only ever fight any of them with the fighter's sword, so they didn't think very hard about it. But yeah, I think Moldorm damage just works completely normally. All the swords deal like twice as much damage as each other. Like against Armos, I'm pretty sure that the Master Sword actually does less damage than the fighter's sword.
Caladryus picking up his book in Samaria.
Oh, I think Death Taxes was on the right pixel there, but just didn't hold up during the explosion by the looks of it. There we go.
Alright, seeing some new checks on Caladryus' side. Zebra Bunny Cave.
Yeah, and the main thing we're watching out for right now is the Ice Rod. The lamp can't be here because all these checks are mislocked. Looks like we need a Bombos Medallion as well. Okay, well we know the location of the two medallions we don't need.
And our first shield.
Oh, I guess there was a shield in Thieves as well. They've got one shield each.
Bombs are fired for both dungeons today.
Alright. Hopefully that means we haven't got to touch Misery Maya, but you never know. He could still be hiding an Ice Rod.
And this bed is not officially dead until we know where that ice rat is. But more than likely, we will not have to worry. More than likely, we won't see it, and the race runners are praying that we don't have to see it.
And looks like Death and Taxes has the fire rod now as well. It's not currently showing up in the tracker. I'm going to go ahead and blame the tracker interface. Doesn't always like your button presses. First lighting of Desert Palace here from Caladryus. There's a small key on the torch. And Death and Taxes has successfully lit a torch here. Has a fair bit more help than Caladryus did for this, so should hopefully be able to also dispatch Helmasaur first train.
It also has the bottles that Clatters didn't have. Things go really sideways.
Yeah, adds an extra sword as well, so hopefully this fight is acceptable. Vanilla Smoky and Vanilla Big Key in Desert here. Death Taxes levels it up again, 3 crystals each. But Caladryus is in the back of Desert here, hopefully on the way to make it 4-3.
And as expected, that Texas heads into Eastern.
I think Landmowers also don't take any extra damage from Master Swords, so if you have a Master Sword fight for Landmower, you definitely want to use spins as much as you can, because they do temper damage.
So Clatters takes the 4-3 crystal advantage and finishes out the crystals in the light world.
Yeah, looks like he's also going to get his Temper Sword here too.
Yep.
So it's going to be a big bomb from caladryus. Looks like it.
That deck is having a much easier room there, being able to light those torches. Doesn't tax has finished up Eastern Palace to acquire Crystal Point at 4 apiece.
Yeah, it was like caladryus is being quite thorough here. I think the plan here is probably to just like do this into Catfish and then come back and do like the North Darkworld checks to then arrive at Skullwood and some Thieves Town from above and do some Overworld along the way. But yeah, I agree that it might just be better to just go do the dungeons first. Though obviously we know that they don't have the Ice Rod, so...
Yeah, I think the only dungeon checks we don't know are the back of Skull that are that for crystals or the back of Skull Woods. So we know that these are probably good things to check, but caladryus is not. So.
I guess caladryus hasn't been to Zora area at all, so this is another good opportunity to snag this check.
Yeah, I forgot that he hadn't come up here earlier, so...
Yeah, this might just be the end of the line on the route now. I think it's probably just better to save and quit and then flute to the village rather than to run back out from here to walk all the way back to the North Darkworld.
Yeah.
Okay, I wondered what caladryus' plan was fluting back here, but it looks like it was just a misflute.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to head to Skull Woods and clear that crystal dungeon out. And he's going to head straight to the back. Makes sense considering that we can just go ahead and defeat this.
Yeah, this route's going to actually work out really nicely with the second item being in the back. We could potentially see a ped read after this dungeon clear as well. It can only be the ice rod, but it would be pretty big to know that it was the ice rod. Oh no, don't use spins on Moth when you have Tempered Sword. another piece of advice there. Oh, this is getting a bit scary again. Yeah, I think drinking that potion makes a lot of sense. Get some health back, put some more ammo in the tank for the fire rod here. Yeah.
All right, we've got our fourth, or is that our third bottle location or fourth?
I think it's the third that we found, and Caladryus is second. Yeah, Moth was like one of those fights where if you don't just like completely nail it, the fight just like the longer the fight goes on, the scarier it becomes. Like more and more spikes are moving around, and yeah, it becomes awful.
All right, so yeah, that was our fourth bottle. I knew that Caladryus had skipped the bottle at Catfish. I just couldn't remember where Death and Daxus picked up his second bottle.
Okay, I thought they both I thought they both had a bottle from Paradox. Anyway, not particularly important.
Death Daxus is going to get his PR knowledge. Lady Lauralinda says there was one in Thieves Town.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the cat. Right. Yeah, I was confused because yeah, they have 4 bottles between them, but picked up one of the same ones. But it's because Caladryus skipped the catfish one. That's why he hasn't got 3 bottles, even though we've seen them all. So at the moment, the runners are both doing some checks the other one has already done, and they happen to be checks that we know because the other one has done them don't contain the ice rod or the bombers medallion. Or indeed the lamp, which is like locking half of our progression and is still hiding out there somewhere.
Yeah, it does look like that lamp is going to be locked in a pendant dungeon. Swamp is probably a really good shot since we have everything we need for that now for a bit now.
Yeah, and we actually might see Swamp before too long. Like, I think the most obvious play for Caladryus after being Thief seems to be to do, like, Smith Chain, which you could then follow up by doing Swamp. I guess that requires Caladryus to also do Dig Game at some point for the flippers.
Yeah, I figure though if he's here, he hasn't done that, he'll route that in, with Smith Chain like these a lot of runners normally do. So.
Yeah, I guess as of yet, it's true that chat pointing out that ice isn't in logic yet because we don't have Bombos and our fire rod is lamp locked. But yeah, it's also entirely possible that the lamp is in swamp, which is leading to the progression in ice. But I don't know. 2 from go, I think I would probably favour swamp just because it has more items in it. But I think it's
Well,
in the end,
and
it's just a judgment call.
we know that they were that the mitts and the fire rod were both lamp locked. So
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. It's just like the mitts are straight up lamp locked as well. It doesn't even matter about the fire source. It's alright, slightly smoother, modular fight from Death Taxes. I believe Death and Taxes has also beaten Desert Palace as well now, so has a 1 crystal lead at this point.
yes, that is correct. And finding out that that is dead. We'll see where that pushes them to next.
Yeah, after quite a lot of like divergent routes this seed, the 2 of them have kind of just caught up with one another again now, and they've done pretty similar checks at this point. So it looks like Death and Taxes might just be coming down also towards the Smith chain and such. So the 2 of them are going to be pretty close together. Looks like Death and Taxes is going to probably get to those checks a little faster than caladryus, who still has to kill blind here.
Yes, after an hour and 3 minutes of the diversions, these runners are definitely a lot closer together than we would have thought with all the divergence. Yeah, I guess we already saw desert on Death's side, so this is good. We'll see. I have a feeling for both runners, this is probably going to be smithed into swamp, as long as they don't find something else that pushes them somewhere else.
Lamp can't be in ice under any circumstances because it's also locking the mitts. Oh, was that a Bombos medallion?
That was Bombos
purple
medallion.
chest. Okay.
Yep. Now this becomes a race to see who can find the ice rod first after caladryus gets done with turning in that purple chest.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, it's time to pick your pendant, and the choice is now all 3 of them because of that Bombos medallion opening up Maya. Yeah, of course, there's also just the Gamble TR plan, which is also pretty fine. So yeah, four available dungeons. Just enter one of them of your choice and hope for the best. That's what we've got to classic Ice Rod Hunt. I'm a little bit concerned about how Caladryus abandoned the purple chest on top of the portal there. It's going to be a little bit awkward to pick back up. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. Okay, it looks like he's going back for it, fortunately.
And Dex is going straight to the back of Swamp Palace.
There's Big Key and Compass, so we've got some stuff on left side at the very least. Huge commitment to having a shield there from Caladryus. Okay, please don't fail to grab the chest again. Okay. That was terrifying.
Nothing so far, nothing Texas side. But we do have the Swamp Palace. Boston is defeated. And we'll go ahead back in to grab that big chest and lock that.
Caladryus is switching to flute. What's the play? It looks like Ice Palace. Oh, maybe not. I guess Caladryus hasn't been to Hobo yet.
Yeah, James points out he did just get his flippers in that run, so it makes sense that he's using the one flipper check.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. I usually just like kind of assume everyone's fake flippers to Hobo like 10 minutes into the seed, but yeah, that is definitely not always the case. It's like big bomb up next for Death and Taxes. Oh right, yeah, Caladryus hasn't done any of these waterfall parry checks either. Definitely, I think it's it's definitely faster to just like leave Hobo and flute from the shallow patch of water to hop back into the portal here rather than swimming all the way. So the Death and Taxes go back in, open the big chest, and then not do left side swamp. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a gamble. Is there only one item over there? I don't remember seeing the map, but I'm not 100% sure. Still a pretty big gamble.
Yeah, I think this deep with as many dungeons as we've done and many checks as we've done, it just feels strange to leave even a single item on left side. Different Dex is going to learn that Catfish just has another bottle for us today. Alright, so it looks like Devin Taxes is just going to gamble that that ice rod is in TR.
Yeah, looks like somebody has finally grown tired of this seed and made the aggressive play. Oh, that's unfortunate. Getting that dead rock, just covering enough of the cave entrance.
We know that the lamp has to be in Mire at this point, correct?
Lamp can't be. No, no, Death and Taxes has the lamp. I think it must have been in Swamp.
Oh, it must have been in Swamp. I just missed it.
Yeah, it can't be in Mire either because of Mire
Oh,
being because of the midst lock.
Mm,
I think we're probably out of checks that the lamp could have been in.
Oh, that was the big chest. Okay.
Okay. Oh, so okay, he went back in for big chest, found the lamp, and then left. Interesting.
Front of TR, just a bunch of keys.
Yeah, small key, big key. That would be a pretty sick layout if we were go moding, but unfortunately, there's still a nice rod to be found. There it is. Chomps is the answer.
Yep, so that is go mode for Death and Taxes at 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 40 seconds. Does also mean we are getting close to everybody's favorite guessing game. Where is the GT Big Key?
It's like Caladryus is back in the village here, which I guess must mean the North Dark Lord checks. I think Caladryus hasn't yet done the. I guess he also found a cape, so he could do bumper as well as I believe Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb weren't yet done by Caladryus. So Death and Taxes has or should have a pretty smooth path from here now. He even found that lamp in Swamp, so he doesn't have to do the dark rooms in Turtle Rock here. Our equipment is pretty good, like no gold sword or silvers, but beyond that, plenty of safeties and some nice weapons. Yeah, it's like Caladryus feels committed to everything here, unfortunately. I think this play is kind of fine from Caladryus. I think you sort of feel at this point that, like, you know, if you don't gamble Turtle Rock sooner, that your opponent will likely have chosen to do it. So you're not going to win if it's there. So keep playing these pendants and hoping for the best. So Death and Taxes really doesn't want any ice on the floor, so it goes for the ice head first. Yeah, that's a fine point, Lana. Although, based on what Caladryus did earlier, like he definitely had some difficulties in some of the dark rooms, but like kept going back for them. He didn't like bail any of them at any point, so I feel like he's like comfortable at least attempting them. But yeah, I don't know about that one in particular.
Yeah, if you're not super familiar with that layout for PR, that dark room can be a little bit challenging, but once you figure it out, it's pretty simple. You put those numbers in chat for the GT Big Guessing game, as Death and Taxes does pick up his 7th crystal. And it does look like Death and Taxes audio isn't coming through, so I'm going to switch back to Caladryus, so at least we've got some game sounds. Got a few guesses there in chat for the guessing game. Rob, do you have a guess?
Number 1.
All right, I always say number 8.
Interesting. 2 small keys, hope room, but still going to be heading to the left first. When you find 2 small keys in Hope Room but still want to go left, I kind of love just opening the locked door between the 2 sides there.
Yeah. through 7 checks and no key yet. Here's number 8. Number 9 is our silvers. A pretty free Bowser fight now.
Alright, caladryus showing us the nothing that was waiting for us on left side swamp. And it was one item on the map, so yeah, I guess that's why Death and Taxes chose to bail. Yeah, Death and Taxes being slightly too low there for the bonk, but got the damage boost instead. Oh, looks like definitely. Oh no, okay. The anti-fairy is going to leave. I wasn't sure if it was stuck in a holding pattern there.
And there's our 4th sword, so definitely looking like not gonna have any problems with scanning.
There's the big key.
It is. And that was 18. No. Closest that going over today, like, is Alex, the Xenomorph. Or no. No, I'm sorry. I read that
Yeah,
wrong.
we have a 15.
You have a 50, yeah, so yeah. The computer, like, my screen jumped on me. I'm like, what? That wasn't where I had my mouse. Like, good job, Nestria. Miss Claudius just headed back in to get the big chest and get his lamp. As Taxes is making nice work of the gauntlet.
Yeah, finally back in logic. the fire rod and mitts we found probably about 40 minutes ago are now finally legit. Looks like Caladryus has now also had enough and is heading for Turtle Rock. Yeah, Gold Sword and Silver Arrows both hanging out in GT. I think Caladryus might have been confused as to which world he was in there. Expecting to be climbing up through the Bunny Cave. Alright, here we go.
An unfortunate bounce there on the Fentax's side.
Yeah, just got kind of cornered there. Once you've like hopped off and stuck out your sword in that spot, if Mordor makes that movement, you could be in trouble. Nice easy kill second time round though.
Give us validation check for the viewers. Always appreciated. It's 4 hits on Dr. Tax's side. Must have been 5 of us and missed one somewhere along the way.
Okay, Caladryus is fine there. He unequipped the cape quite close to that door, and I was a bit scared of a cape glitch occurring, but looks like we're fine.
And Stefan Tax's drop. No, looks like he's gonna go grab that fairy, refill his health real quick before he drops in to get it.
Looks like almost exactly as Stefan Tax is falling into Ganon, Caladryus is going to find this ice rod here.
I didn't quite get to phase 3 on Death and Tax's side there, but
Yeah, looks like it's
sure
going to be
looking now.
yeah, going to be a 1 and 2 here.
It's phase 3, and on to 4 shots with the silvers for the win.
Nice dodge on the fire bat there.
All right, get those GGs in chat for Death and Taxes in 64 as he does take this win. All he has to do is safely cross the bridge. All right, Death and Taxes wins with an official race time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 47 seconds, followed by a quick forfeit from caladryus. But a good race. They both so get those GGs in for both runners, and we will see if they want to come in and chat. Rob, are you in race time? Can you help them? Asking where they head if they want to come.
Oh, I think they need to be given an invite from SpeedGaming, but I don't think we have the power to issue it.
Okay, usually it's not issued automatically once I, yeah, they should get in the bot. There we go.
Okay, yeah, looks like they've...
Thank you, Lanabean, for that. And there we are. I'll go ahead and drag both runners in.
Hello.
Hey, GG.
GG.
Mr. G's to both of you.
Hey, GG.
Oh my, what a seat.
Yeah.
That ice rod.
Yeah. Classic ice rod in TR.
Terrible. The rest was so much on the way. It was such a clear path there, but then ice rod came along.
Yeah, it could have been quite a nice seed if you just like choose to go to TR as soon as you've got everything else. But like, there's obviously lots of reasons to be going to other places too.
I was contemplating to go TR as soon as I got bombos, but then decided to check IP and SP first, which did end up costing me here, I think like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think I only had Mire and Ice left after Swamp.
Yeah, I think I also only had Meyer left, and then I was like, I'm going to TR, see if it's there. And then it was.
Yeah, Platters, you choose to do ice before you went into Swamp. And, Swamp for Death and Taxes, once he finished that and went back in and saw that it picked up his lamp, that's when he went straight to TR. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I thought the lamp was going to be in Swamp. So I think I only had Mitzlock checks left, and I couldn't remember, but I thought the Mitz was Firelock.
Mitz was in Dark Room in Pod.
Pod, yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting sequence because like when you found that Mitz, it was like locked behind either the lamp or the fire rod because it was in like the dark basement rooms. But then the fire rod was also in the dark room, so
Yeah.
everything became lamp locked.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I was like, I think I did a bunch of mislocks checked after that, and I was like, oh, why am I doing this? But I was like, oh wait, I could still be the ice rod.
Good old-fashioned ice rod hunt. Been a while since that was my go mode item. It always rears its head back up. For the rest, that start was insane. Bow, hookshot, hammer, ocarina.
Yeah, the first half of the seed was actually really interesting to watch because like you got to the point where you both got like 6 crystals, but you did them in kind of completely different orders. You both routed the early game very differently.
Yeah, it was a very open seed. Plenty of choices there.
Yeah, you guys, you ended up both kind of getting really close back together after that 6th crystal, and starting that that hunt for the ice rod. You were not too far apart at that point, so it was really interesting to see how, even though your route, like you said earlier, routes diverged so much that you were still ended up pretty close at that point.
This ended up being who dared to go TR first and grab that ice rod and run the seed to completion.
Exactly.
Did you DM GT?
Sorry?
Did you DM in GT or Compass Zoom?
No, I forfeited in Turtle Rock still. I just picked up my ice rod. I saw how long I still had to go. I was like, yeah, if I were in GT, I would have finished it. But here I was like, let's finish it up. It's a 1:45 here as well, so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Appreciate you playing a late night game.
I don't actually mind it too much, as long as I don't have anything important to do in the morning.
Yeah, I hear that. No, the big key was in Compass Room, and I thought about doing it, or just going right after I got the small key. And I was like, ah.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, it was the rare 2 small keys in Hope Room, just like begging you to go right.
I was like, oh, it can't happen two races in a row. And it did.
Yeah, but really interesting seat, at least. I did enjoy routing it.
All right. Well, big thank you again to both caladryus and Death and Taxes for a wonderful race. Big thank you to Rob J. Beasley for co-commenting and to Lady Lorlinda for our tracking tonight. Looks like our next scheduled game on Speed Gaming channels is Speed Gaming 5 at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. So yeah, good luck to both of you for the rest of the tournament. And I know you guys have 2 more games against each other, so it'll be interesting to see how those play out.
Thank you. GG's again.
Yeah, thanks everyone. GG's, man.
All right, Rob, you want to end us?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks to you as well for co-commenting with me. Don't forget to follow the runners. Go ahead and put the command in the chat room. And yeah, I guess I should also shout out the this year's mentor tournament that's coming up pretty soon. So if anyone in chat is has watched a lot of Rando but hasn't really played much and wants to get involved in competitive randomizer, head to the Go Mode podcast Discord, and you can join a tournament where you can be like walked through some seeds by some more experienced players.
All right. Well, that will end us for today. Have a great night, everyone.